Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? I go by RB, and this is Philly Take with RB. If you are excited about the NBA returning this season, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you are new to the channel and you have not yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button. So today, we just got some breaking news from ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. He claims that the NBA is all but done on a deal to have the season return starting July 31st in Orlando. Now, the last time we saw an NBA game was back on March 11th. It's felt like years, decades since we last saw an NBA game, and after the quarantine and everything that we are still in, it has just been so sluggish. But despite, believing that the season would end, a lot of us did think that way. Apparently, the NBA does not want to lose that money. So, as you can see right here on the screen, Adrian Wojnarowski says that the NBA's Board of Governors has a meeting on Thursday with the intention of approving the league's plan for bringing back 22 out of the 30 NBA teams. This means that the lowest 8 teams in terms of record in the NBA would stay home, and they are not returning to play. They're trying to limit this as much as possible. Now, we understand that each conference has 8 teams that makes the playoffs. Woj says here that the NBA is going to bring back 13 teams from the Western Conference and 9 from the East. And the point of doing that is, I guess there was teams in the East with worst records. So there's a lot more competition in the West. So I guess they just took the 8 lowest records out. But in terms of how this is going to play out, they're going to come back and play 8 regular season games in Orlando with no fans. I think they said, they're going to have a couple family members per player or something like that. But they're really trying to limit this. They do not want any fans. Obviously, do not want this thing to spark back up. And if it does, it would just be, a tragedy. But they're going to play 8 regular season games. And at the end of those 8 regular season games, it is going to come down to how far away the 9th seed is from the 8th seed. So as you can see, Woj lists some of the teams, that are not currently in the playoffs but are fighting for a spot. And he says, if the 9th seed is more than 4 games behind the 8th, number 8 makes the playoffs. So if they're 4 or more games behind after the 8 are played, it's done. That conference is finalized. But if the 9th seed is fewer than 4 games back, 3 games back, 2.5, whatever, they will play a play-in tournament in order to try to get into the playoffs. And the play-in format requires a double elimination for the 8th and a single elimination for the 9th seed. So if this were to come down where teams had to play in, it's going to get pretty interesting. Obviously, the NBA does not want to lose out on any more money. They're going to try to stretch this thing out as far as possible. So that's what they have decided to do. And then the playoffs will start. Now, like I said, the season's going to start July 31st, so pretty late. And it's going to extend into the following months after. They have noted that the Game 7 of the NBA Finals would be scheduled for October 12th of this year, which is crazy because we know, right, the season starts. The next season should start like late October, around that time. So next season is going to get pushed back at least a couple months. These guys usually have like 4 to 5 months to rest their bodies, to get back into training mode and do all of that. So obviously they can't start the next season right after. They're going to have to take some time to think on this and relax after the season is over. But overall, to me, it feels like they're going to mess up the next couple seasons in terms of timing and in terms of how guys prepare. Another factor looking into this no fans, it's going to hurt. It's going to feel weird. No matter what, no matter how you think about it, no matter what they can try to do, implementing fake fans, noises in the stands or whatever, it's going to feel weird. And a team like mine, the Philadelphia 76ers, who are 29-2 at home, are going to be at a huge disadvantage because we need that energy from the home crowd in order to win games. We've seen it all year. So no matter what, I think it's going to be very weird. 8 games isn't a lot of time. I think these teams aren't going to be able to get back really into that flow, build that team chemistry back up and really just get things clicking like they were before the season was suspended. But, I mean, overall, I'm saying, like, it's going to be weird. Some teams might not even be able to find their groove. This has been a weird time, uncharted waters, something we've never seen. So, in my opinion, you could end up seeing one of these sleeper teams, a 7-8 seed. They might come back and get hot right away and take it all the way to the end. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. Either way, I think there will be sort of an asterisk next to whoever wins the championship this year because it's just not normal. It's just something different. And let me tell you guys, my last and final thoughts on this is I really don't want them to mess up the following seasons, but in this case, it looks like it's probably going to. And if we're playing playoff basketball with no fans in Disney World, I mean, it's just not going to feel the same. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited to see basketball back, but I want it to have that authentic feel. That's just my personal opinion, though. I guess we'll see how it plays out. It's not finalized yet, but according to Woj, it's all but in the books. They will ratify it tomorrow during a meeting. But you guys can let me know down below, what are your thoughts on the return of the NBA season? Do you like how this is feeling so far? What are your expectations for the season as we go into the next couple months? Let me know all your guys' thoughts down below. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.